On the program, Niall Horan makes the first move toward following his heart. You've probably heard the expression head versus heart. This slogan usually applies when we need to exaggerate our self-worth by removing ourselves from a poisonous circumstance in order to get over those bothersome, dizzy feelings. Another element, however, is what happens when your brain chemistry prevents you from following the heartbeat in your chest. The closer song, Must Be Love, from Niall Horan's The Show hints that it's difficult, I got a PhD, and always running away. To comprehend his position on it, though, we should probably start with Heaven or, to be more exact, If You Leave Me, but that would be getting ahead of ourselves. You can see how similar the intros are to these two songs. Before the drums begin to play, the opening of the show's lead song, Heaven, gives you the impression that a gap in the feather-light clouds has allowed you to ascend to the afterlife. The latter, however, still hints at that airy sensation. He returns to the waking world, though, with a sharp inhalation and a change in radio station. He sings, Met You in a Dream, over this hip-shaking synth from the 1980s. On If You Leave Me, he continues, Chased you through the street, turned around and you were gone. They aren't the kind you'd be fast turning out the lights every night to experience. Niall appears to be toying with opposites in the words that follow. While his muse has moonlight on her face, he wakes up, which is typically associated with the daytime. He can only get to her through this gateway, and if we went through the bass drama and down to the bridge, that may also imply that. He admits, waking up with you gone in the morning. The problem is that we think this is a sentence in and of itself because Niall has used the conjunction O to link ideas in this song. For instance, in the chorus, If You Leave Me, oh, I think that I just might lose it completely, so if we go by that, then the couplet going to sleep with you not here at night, oh, these feelings, they would just be so foreign is another thought. Then, we quickly transition into the anthem for mental health, Meltdown, and track 4's Never Grow Up. Since Niall writes a letter for each song on the show, we assume that this is a comparative piece. Where have we infamously heard of this title before? Peter Pan, definitely. The 1911 story's author, J.M. Barrie, says, even though you want to try to, never grow up. Did you truly believe that it was only a line from Taylor Swift's song Never Grow Up all this time? But if we bring in our songwriter Blondie, we can go back to a TikTok that Niall posted on November 4th of last year. Take Never Grow Up as an example outside of this hypothetical setting. What develops from it? La 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 is initially heard in the entrance, which has a gorgeous harmonic placement and is full of tidal repetitions that flow into a drum beat suitable for slow dancing. By identifying the kind of relationship he wants to be in and highlighting the differences between the two, he essentially begins to lean into the emotional side of the equation. He does this by using comparison terminology, such as them and we. The third chorus of his song features his vocals at their best because it best captures his cheery and lighthearted nature. The title track, The Show, which was penned during the epidemic back in 2020 after the Nice to Meet Ya turnover came to be, stands in stark contrast. We want to start by discussing its order on the record because it is certainly fascinating that it comes after Never Grow Up when posing the head versus heart argument. How would we know if everything was straightforward? He queries, it wouldn't be out of the question to imply that the production will have a lifetime run on the silver screen because it is so cinematic and his vocals are so ethereal. The scenes of the security footage in the music video for the show give the impression that the concept of the Truman Show is being referenced once more, as though we can't be certain of Niall's mental state away from the Hollywood circus. The pre-chorus of this song, however, stands out. He tells himself to hold tight, get ready for the ride, even though something has broken, yet there is a clash with we're still not ready for the ride.